Welcome to the PreCare appointment, which we've called Above the Line. In this short presentation, you will become aware of the behaviours that you may have been doing throughout your life relative to your healthcare. You may make some realisations about how you would like to conduct your health behaviours from this point on, and you'll be able to make a more informed choice about the type of care that works for you. Ever feel like you are just hanging in there? Whether it be the pressure from work and career, financial worries, relationship breakdown, juggling work, home, children, and still finding time to work towards that perfect figure. Familiar? We notice that we aren't the only ones in this situation, and therefore we have come to accept it as normal. And with this normal way of life comes the normal effects to our health. Many people say, weekly headaches, migraines, but that's normal. Normal period problems, normal indigestion, normal numbness, normal fatigue, normal back pain, and the list goes on. And so with these normal pressures and normal state of health, we have normal ways of getting through our normal day. We take painkillers so we can move and think and operate, antidepressants so we can cope with the stresses of life, antacids so we can digest, and sleeping pills so we can sleep. We then get ready for another completely normal day. The normal thing to do when we get symptoms is to seek out something that will make the symptoms go away. We seek something that will give some relief. We then contact a health practitioner of some description. It could be a chiropractor, a medical doctor, a physiotherapist, a naturopath, a homeopath. It doesn't matter what the vehicle is, we will do whatever we can to get relief from our symptoms. This type of healthcare is geared to getting people above the line, to a position at which we are feeling okay once again. This style of care is short-term, and it's not long before we end up going back down below the line again. Every time you go below the line, there is damage being done. There is disruption to tissue, and part of that is irrecoverable. We ultimately get to a point where we can no longer get above the line no matter what we do or take. This thinking and action will ultimately lead to a life of very average proportions. In fact, the last 18 months of life is where the majority of our healthcare dollars are spent. This philosophy of healthcare has resulted in lifestyle diseases, and these are increasing regardless of how much money and talent we throw at them. Degenerative conditions are increasing. Arthritis, Alzheimer's disease, and the like are becoming rampant. Antibiotics are now unable to handle the new strains of resistant bacteria. Childhood obesity, ADHD, Asperger's, autism, allergies, intolerances, and many other lifestyle illnesses are increasing out of control. The only thing that's not improving is our health. All around the world, the cost of this approach to healthcare is growing at an alarming rate. And what we do know is that this approach is unsustainable. And even the cost is not the main thing. It has huge collateral damage. Hundreds of thousands of people around the world die every year because of the application of healthcare itself. The healthcare system is a train wreck. It is not making us healthier, it's costly and it's dangerous. Einstein once said, "Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results." If we continue putting our attention, time, money and expertise into a system that is producing these sorts of results and then expect to get a different result, we could be considered insane. Whilst the symptom-based healthcare system does a great job of emergency intervention, it is falling short on the real goal of healthcare, glowing good health. So when were you the closest to glowing good health? When did you have it and how did you lose it? Let's investigate the journey of life. You came into existence based on the blueprint of life that had been set down for you from your family history. You had an amazing intelligence that took you from 2 half cells to quadrillions of cells in a few short months. The power that drove this journey, life, knows what to do at all times as long as there are no interferences. Barring congenital defects and the like, as a new baby you had a high level of health expression. All function in this physical world, and even the non-physical, comes from structure. The structure of your body is critical to its proper functioning. If your body is balanced and symmetrical from conception on, you have a great opportunity to withstand the normal stressors of life, and you will function as you were designed to. Stressors come in three primary forms: physical, common childhood falls, car accidents and sporting injuries; electromagnetic forces, the waves from electrical equipment, TVs, power lines, computers are also significant stressors to our delicate nerve system. The first subluxation is often during pregnancy or with the birth process. 95% of all gestations and births have intervention of some kind. Whether it is the stresses to the mum whilst pregnant, ultrasound and the like, or stressors of induced birth, C-section, forceps or vacuum extraction, or even normal birthing, most children enter into this world in a compromised state. Every physical insult that you have taken on board throughout your life has an accumulative effect on your body and your health. Chemical. We are exposed to drugs, prescribed or illicit, environmental pollutants. We have everyday foods such as milk, cereals, juices, packaged snacks, which have a huge number of chemicals in them, which disrupt our normal body chemistry. And many toxic skincare products that get absorbed into your body. Every chemical insult that you have taken on board throughout your life that affects your structure has an accumulative effect on your body and your health. Mental. We encounter hostile environments at home or work, stress, loss and disappointment with loved ones, the sports field or work. In fact, any situation in which we don't respond to with love. Every mental thought that you entertain has an effect on your body and your health. Stressors are always trying to break you down, but at the same time, you have resistance within you that is always trying to build you up. In life, as long as the stress doesn't exceed the resistance, you can experience a healthy state. If the stressors overpower the resistance, then you start to succumb. This is a very gradual process of breakdown. Like the old story of the last straw breaking the camel's back, the pieces of stress are slowly stacked up and our structure becomes more and more vulnerable. Until one day we just bend over, or we just wake up funny, or we get diabetes, or we just get cancer. This process has been in play over a period of time, and the body has been communicating that something is not quite right. We have just been putting that communication in the normal pile and forgetting about it, until the feedback gets loud enough to listen and you go over the line from the state of no symptoms into the expression of symptoms. There is a saner way to achieve the results we want for ourselves and our loved ones. How do you adjust to a higher level of well-being? If you were to perform at your best, you have to have a body chemistry that's in the right proportions and delivered to the right place at the right time. The production units of the chemistry are the cells, organs and glands. Your cells, organs and glands need some instructions. The nerve system does this job so that the chemicals are made and your body can work properly. Your nerve system is dependent upon the structure of your spine and bone systems for its function. Your brain sends out messages. Those messages go down to the tissues. Your tissues then do what they are told to do and send messages back to the brain, saying, "Okay, I've done it." That's a normal feedback loop. Your brain and the nerve system coordinate the function of all the cells, tissues and organs in your body and adapt you to your environment. It allows you to live your life more healthfully. A significant interference to this cycle is called subluxation. In a subluxated state, you don't function as well as you're designed to. Interference occurs when a stress overpowers resistance. As we discussed earlier, there are three forms of stress: chemical, mental and physical. Subluxation is a major interference to the structure of your brain, spine and nerve system that then sets off a cascade of events. Your cells, organs and glands don't work properly, your chemistry gets out of balance and your health gets all out of kilter. Adjustments are what chiropractors do to allow the brain, spine and nerve system to work better. Chiropractors adjust the joints that your body can't self-correct. When a specific input is applied, your body takes it and moves it to a better state of function. When your brain, spine and nerve system function better, your cells, organs and glands work better, And when your cells, organs and glands work better, your chemistry works better and your well-being is enhanced. There are 3 stages involved in your return to the best version of yourself. The first level of care is known as stabilisation care. This phase of care is in 2 parts. The first stage is driven towards providing relief, while the second stage is designed to assist your body to stabilise your current condition so that it doesn't get worse. This phase can last anywhere from a few weeks to many months. At the end of stabilisation care, you will be eligible for regenerative care. This is about giving your body an opportunity for your cells, organs and glands to regenerate, rising to a higher level of structure and function. During this phase, your resistance will increase and you will better neutralise the stressors in your life. This phase classically takes about 12 weeks for a regeneration cycle. On average, every 12 weeks, you have a whole new set of cells in your body. So if the energy and the power of the nervous system are flowing better in this 12 weeks than in the previous 12 weeks, you can function at a higher level of efficiency. This is very similar to the changes in time frame of orthodontics. If you have experienced this, you will have seen changes in structure and function over an extended time frame. As your body goes through this phase of regeneration, it is not uncommon for the old accidents, injuries and traumas, physically, mentally or chemically, that you passed on the way down to show up again. This is called the unwinding process. So every 12 weeks throughout the care, we have progressive exams and reports of findings, at which time you have the opportunity to dismiss from care or progress into the next segment. The ultimate goal of healthcare, and especially chiropractic, is optimisation care. This style of care has a goal of optimising your brain, spine, nerve system, body and mind throughout life. When your resistance is high, you can adapt well to the different stresses that you encounter in your life, and we want to see you as a highly adaptive person. Optimisation care also has the goal of allowing you to discover new ways of living that enhance your life. You will start to choose better options for interacting with life and start to reap the benefit of a healthy lifestyle. Every thought you have, every chemical you take into your body, and every physical action you perform has an effect on your life. The chiropractic lifestyle is a way of life. You will find that the majority of people and families who come to our practice are coming for this reason. They look after their family's diet, they nurture themselves and each other with pleasant thoughts, they exercise, get plenty of sleep, and make sure that they get their brain, spine and nervous system checked on a regular basis. This is why it's so important to have children under chiropractic care. It is our responsibility to give you the best adjustments we can. This enables your body to attain relief and stabilisation, regenerate and optimise to the very best of its ability. We are also responsible for providing resources that will assist you in this process. We ask you to minimise the stressors in your life so that your body can do what it needs to do on this journey. Please look closely at the following stressors in your life: chemical, diet and environment; mental, thoughts and beliefs; physical, rest, exercise, sitting, sleeping, standing; and of course, getting your adjustments as scheduled. We want your adjustments to have a maximum impact, and so your lifestyle makes a big difference in the time that this will take. You may ask, where do I fit into this? Do I just want relief? Do I want some relief and stabilisation? Do I want to regenerate those areas that I've neglected? Or do I want myself and my family to get as good as we can for a lifetime? You may even consider other people in your family who have not yet gone below the line into symptoms yet. This is where chiropractic can do the most good, and is why so many people now bring their entire family in for regular care. If this makes sense to you and you are keen to move to a higher level of health and well-being, then we are here to help you get there.